Let's go. Let's go. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, and I'm back with some new fight announcements. Let's fucking go. I'm hyped. I don't know about y'all, but I am hyped right now. Okay? All these damn fight announcements kept coming back to back to back to back to back. It left me with some questions, though. But damn it, I'm hyped. Let's fucking go. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking motherfucking news. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, guys, and I'm here with another live stream. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Damn it, I'm here. On a motherfucking Wednesday. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. We got a lot. Two beasts in the building. The great benefactor in the building. Be here or be square. Be here or be square. Okay? I'm going to put it just like that. I had to cut the intro music. Be here or be square. Okay? Man, we got a lot of shit to talk about in the last couple of days. Man, I'm telling you guys, 2025 is the year for women's MMA. 2025 is the year. I think this is the best year that we've had so far, guys. This is the best year that we've had so far in women's MMA. Let's start talking. Let's start talking, guys. How is the land of the lay? How is the land of the lay? Great benefactor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is the best year for women's MMA so far. We've had some good years. 2022 was a good year. 2022 was a good year. But 2025, ooh, 2025 is hot. Let me find my lighter, man. Like, I got to get right with y'all tonight, man. I got to get right with y'all. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get right with y'all. It's going down. Shit is going down. Hell no. Hell no, Two Beats. I don't even want to go in that direction. I don't even want that direction. We're going to talk, though. We're gonna talk. I bet Two Beats like, what? What are you talking about, BJ? What you mean? What you mean, BJ? Nah, I'm just fucking with you, Two Beats. Guys, the first one I want to talk about. Jazzy Jazz Divisius versus Manon Fior. Where's the picture? Jasmine Jazz Divisius versus Manon Fior is going down. Is Manon's nose healed up though? That's the question I got. That's the question I got. Is Jasmine Jazz Divisius is Manon Fior's nose healed up? Cause boy, that thing got mangled. That thing got mangled by Valentina. Man. Like that her nose was so fucked up, man. Like her nose was so fucked up. Crazy fucked up, you know? Let me make sure I'm sharing this, guys. Hold on. Let me make sure because people on Facebook, they comment, they say, you don't never let us know when you're live on YouTube. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. How do I do this? Let's see. Let me get that posted. Let me see here. All right. All right. Yeah, so we are live, guys. Yeah, we got some shit we got to talk about. Okay, so Jasmine getting the biggest fight of her life. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest opportunity for Jasmine Jazz Divizius that she's had since being in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Jessica Andrade is no longer that fight anymore. Like JP in the building. What's up, JP? Um, that's interesting. I mean, I never have great phones in my YouTube. No, I'm saying people on Facebook people on who are like Facebookers, you know, that follow my page. They say that they don't never know when I'm live. I'm like, go subscribe to the YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all looking at Facebook for a YouTube channel? Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So much easier. Yeah, JP. Like, I mean, yeah, two beasts. I get that. Like, JP's in the UK and he knows when I'm live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, man. JP's in the UK and he knows when I go live. So I mean, that's just insane. But yeah, guys, you know, so Jasmine Jazz Divizius, you know, she guys, how does she fare against Manon Fior? How does Jasmine can Jasmine beat Manon? Can Jasmine beat Manon Fior? Hold on, guys. Let me one more time. One more time. Hold on, guys. I have to share on all the social medias that I'm live, and and because people be saying I don't let them know when I'm live, so come join the live right now and let's chat. Let me see. Okay. 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 No. Okay. All right. So I had to do that. All right. Here we go. Done. 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 Okay. So I'm all right. Phone down. I'm only looking at comments. Y'all got me 100%. How does Jasmine do against Manon? Because this is the thing about Jazzy. Jazzy don't have a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? Jazzy just don't have that kind of sting, man. You know, but Jazzy's been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? She went to Thailand to Tiger Muay Thai. You know, she went to Thailand and got that stand up work in. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen a blatant difference in fighters who go to Thailand and get that Muay Thai training. Like they don't get to go over there and just participate because they're a UFC fighter. No, they have to strip themselves down and be part of the Thai culture. You know what I'm saying? For however long that they're there, they get treated like this is their first day in ever getting into a gym. They don't get to just go and participate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you know when it comes out that a fighter has been to Thailand to train at Tiger Muay Thai, that's a huge thing, guys. You know what I'm saying? And then you usually see those fighters come back a much better version of themselves. Look at Khalil Roundtree Jr. coming off the Ultimate Fighter. If Khalil Roundtree Jr. didn't change up what he was doing when he came off the Ultimate Fighter, that guy would have been out of the UFC. He was on his way out of the UFC. That dude went to Thailand, you know what I'm saying, and came back a fucking monster. Like he came back, like people like Tracy Cortez, like they need to go to Tiger Muay Thai for a little bit of time. They need to spend some time over there. You know what I'm saying? You see significant improvements in people stand up when they come back after spending 6 months in Thailand. Listen, Casey O'Neill came back a much better fighter, a much better striker when she came back from Tiger Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Jasmine Jazz Divizius came back a much better fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because Jasmine was putting, you know, she was putting some combinations together on Jessica Andrade, You know what I'm saying? While Jessica Andrade was taking pictures. Now, mind you, none of them punches from Jazzy would have hurt Jessica Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I'm not, maybe I'm not thinking. Maybe I think Jasmine may have extended a couple of those long right hands that could have that connected, if I'm not mistaken. But I remember as Jessica Andrade was trying to close the disc, was coming in close. I just remember Jasmine with a lot of pitter patter shots, but they were combinations though. You know what I'm saying? It was like 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, pop. Now I think in a couple of those exchanges, Jazzy like extended out and landed that right hand. We know how the fight ended. She took the fight to the ground and finished it. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't really think that there's anything that she need. I don't. I think Jasmine is actually going to struggle in this fight. And I'm not saying that Jazzy is not a good fighter, guys. I love Jazz Divizius. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Jasmine Jazz Divizius. You know what I'm saying? Like she is that girl right now. You know what I'm saying? But Manon is a big fucking fighter. Manon is a big fighter but Jasmine is big too. You know what I'm saying? So let's not say, I'm not saying Manon is bigger than Jasmine. Jasmine's big too. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like, Manon's takedown defense, like Manon is planted to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like Manon is not easy to take down. You know what I'm saying? Valentina, got her down. But Valentina uses some very tricky takedowns, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Valentina Shevchenko's takedowns are very, very tricky. You know what I'm saying? She can change direction and sweep that leg, those Muay Thai sweeps and stuff like that Valentina does. A lot of girls aren't taking her down like that. You know what I'm saying? But like Aaron failed to take Manon down. You know, so a couple other girls have. I think Jennifer Maya might have clinched it. Yeah, Jennifer Maya tried to take her down. And it's gonna be hard for Jazzy to do that. It's gonna be hard for Jazzy to take Manon down, and it's gonna be hard for. I think Jazzy could, if the fight is on the feet. I think volume is gonna work for Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jasmine, necessarily trying to get in the pocket and trade with Manon. You know what I'm saying? Or trying, Manon don't fight in the pocket anyway, but trying to have a tit for tat war with her or trying to counter Manon. I don't think that's a good idea. I think that Jasmine, if she's gonna strike, she needs to set a high pace. You know what I'm saying? Like a high pace, high volume type of approach with Manon, and maybe she can outwork Manon. Because Manon kind of fights in spurts. You know what I'm saying? Like she kind of fights in spurts. Um, let's read these comments. JP says, I've wanted to see Manon versus Jazzy since UFC 315. That's a long time ago. No, that's not a long time ago. That's just a few months ago. Um, Me and Mary F were talking about this fight a few months back, and she said that Manon brutally murders her if Jasmine can't take her down, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that either because Manon is not some devastating striker. You know what I'm saying? Like she's really not. You know what I'm saying? Manon is not out here knocking. Like people got this knockout thing on Manon. Like people got this dangerous striker, thing on Manon, and she ain't really that dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like she can land some good shots, but Manon is a point fighter. Like let's not forget that Manon is a point fighter. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Manon doesn't inflict a lot of damage on fighters that she. I mean, look, if she beat Aaron Blanchfield up as bad as y'all say she did, you know what I'm saying? The way y'all talk about Aaron Blanchfield, oh, she beat Aaron Blanchfield so bad in that fight, which she did not. Which she did not. Aaron Blanchfield's face wasn't fucked up though. Like Aaron Blanchfield's face wasn't fucked up. It wasn't fucked up at the end of that fight. And that fight was 5 rounds. And according to y'all, she beat up Aaron Blanchfield so bad throughout those 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron Blanchfield's face didn't, reflect the beating that y'all talk about. You know what I'm saying? So Manon ain't really that devastating of a striker. She's a point fighter. She's a harder hitting version kind of Chukagian. You know what I'm saying? She's a harder hitting version than Chukagian. And a lesser volume version of Chukagian. I mean, that's just, I mean, Manon doesn't really inflict that kind of damage. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I think that if Manon catches people with those kicks, though, those high kicks that she throws, now that could be an issue if Manon actually start catching people. But Manon eat more head kicks than she lands. I mean, I don't think there's much of an argument there. Manon's been kicked in the head by everybody she fought. You know what I'm saying? Like literally everybody has landed a head kick on Manon Fiore, and it's crazy that she can't see her being, you know, a stand-up fighter, that she cannot see a head kick coming. It don't matter what direction they throw it from. Jennifer Myers was right up the middle. I think that might have been Catlin Chukagian. No, that was Catlin Chukagian's. Catlin Chukagian threw a front kick up the middle. And I was like, even Aaron Blanchfield landed a solid head kick on Manon. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Myers, short girls land high kicks on Manon. But, you know, I don't think she really has to worry about that with Jazzy. You know, but if Jazzy's a smart fighter, if Jazzy's team really preparing her for this fight, Jazzy's team should have worked a high kick because Manon cannot see a high kick coming. I mean, that's just what we've seen over the last, you know, 3 or 4 years that Manon's been in the UFC. Everybody except Tabitha Ricci kicks her in the head, and Victoria Leonardo, they didn't. Maybe Victoria did Victoria Leonardo kick Manon in the head? I don't think so. But everybody after that has kicked Manon in the head. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something that Jasmine and her team are working. But I think Jasmine's best if Jasmine can actually get Manon to the ground. Like if Jazzy can actually manage to get Manon down, I think Jazzy dominates Manon on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, but Manon is strong, man. Like we've seen her. I seen her, you know, when Valentina took her down that second time, she rolled through it. Like she rolled through it and got back up to her feet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, her ability to get back up to her feet is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. You know, and Manon's a black belt in jiu-jitsu herself, but she doesn't show it. I think there's levels to that. You know what I'm saying? I think there's levels to that. But you know, if Jazzy actually does get Manon to the ground, I think Jazzy has an advantage there with her wrestling and stuff like that. I think she can, with the wrestling, you know, the wrestling, she can really put it on Manon. But on the feet, I don't really see her, I don't see her defense being good enough to really like want to play that game with Manon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I watched that Manon, that's what I watched this morning, you know, as I was, you know, had some downtime at work. I was watching that. I was watching the majority of that Valentina Manon fight since me and Combo were talking about it last night. It was kind of stuck in my head. So, you know what I'm saying? And watching Manon as that fight went on, you know, Manon's striking got better against Valentina as the fight went on. You know, Manon landed some stiff jabs on Valentina, you know, and they were fast. It was like Manon has a pretty fast jab when she's wanting to stick it. You know what I'm saying? And she's good at sticking that jab and then implementing takedowns of her own. Manon will try to take you down. You know what I'm saying? Like she tried to take Valentina down multiple times. She got Valentina down. You know what I'm saying? But Manon just didn't blindly shoot for takedowns though. Like Manon snapped Valentina's head back with a jab and then would get the takedown. Like you watch how she took Valentina down. Manon snapped her head back with a long, stiff jab. You know what I'm saying? And like Manon has this weird way of like already being like she simultaneously throws the jab and hooks the leg at the same time. Like it's almost simultaneous. The jab usually lands first, but like as soon as that jab lands, she's already got that leg, so you kind of know what she's doing. G Frame said I kicked Manon in the head. Everybody has G Frame. Everybody has. JP says Myra kicked her. And I think Brano Silva kicked her in the head too. Yes, JP, she gets head kicked in all in all her fights. JP says Tyler did more damage to Aaron than Manon did. Yes, yes, and Aaron dominated that fight. That was only like a small portion of Tyler, you know, really landing. Like, you know, she didn't. There wasn't prolonged periods of her landing on Aaron Blanchfield. She had spots, you know, early in that fight. That first round, she really put it on Aaron. You know what I'm saying? She did more damage in one round to Aaron than Manon did over 5 rounds. And Manon's supposed to be this devastating knockout artist. You know, like that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. Jasmine's finally going to fighting someone with takedown defense. Yes, that's another thing. Jasmine is finally fighting somebody with takedown defense. So, I mean, Natalia had takedown defense. Natalia Silva did. Natalia beat Jazzy pretty convincingly. You know what I'm saying? Like she beat Jazzy pretty convincingly. But it is what it is with that though. That fight's in the past. Like they're both better fighters now, and we're probably going to end up seeing that fight again. Um, But yeah, guys. So I'm gonna come back around to that. But like another big point that I want to make, you know, that Jasmine win aged well for Natalia. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It did because now saying you got to win, looking at where Jazzy is now, saying I beat Jasmine Jazzy, that sounds good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna be a weak point. Like if Natalia gets the chance to fight Valentina for the belt or fight whoever the champion will be for the belt, you know what I'm saying? Like the win over, people are gonna start to dissect Natalia Silver's record. You know what I'm saying? And I can guarantee you that a weak point won't be the Jazzy fight. Jasmine Jazzy won't be a weak point in her record. That's a solid win. So absolutely. Good comment, JP. Good comment. To be said, my main concern is the Tracy Cortez performance, albeit multiple fights in the past, but still a little concerning. You talking about Jazzy versus Tracy Cortez? Yes. Tell me why that's concerning you, TVs. I'd like to hear you break that down. Break that down in the comment, and I will make sure I address that comment. So let me put it like this, guys. Y'all know I love flyweight. I love flyweight, and I'm gonna talk about the bantamweight fight. I'm gonna talk about Yana Santos. I'm not even gonna call her Yana Santos. I'm gonna call her Yana Kunitskaya. Yana Kunitskaya versus Macy Chasson. It's been booked. That's been booked. What's up, Static Mike Sand? What's up, man? I have my first time seeing you on here, man. What's going on? Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, my guy. Hold on, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Y'all know how it goes, man. When your mom calls, you gotta answer. It could be important, but of course it wasn't. She just wanted to see what I'm doing. Um, what was I talking about? What was I saying? Oh yeah, Static Mike saying, yes, sir. Welcome to No Filter MMA, my guy. It's good to see some new names on here. It's a pretty tight knit place over here. So you'll see a lot of the same names. You'll see a lot of the same names that you've seen on my videos for a few years now. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, man. Yes, sir. Tubi said that's going to be super interesting. Battle of the Blankets of Death. They both doing more lately. Just kidding. They both doing more lately. Okay, Tubi's. London calling. What up, people? Stamina MC. What's up, man? London calling. Hello, mate. Oh, that's Australia. Never mind. Stamina just mumbled to herself. Y'all. He said, "Bloody idiot." he said, He said, it's not right for Americans to mock British people. He said, and this idiot gets on his podcast where everyone all over the world can hear him and mocks British people. What's wrong with this guy? I got to work on my stamina impression, guys. Y'all know a couple years ago, I had my stamina MC impression down pat. And of course, I've kind of lost it. Stamina said, not quite, but close. Am I getting better, Stamina? Am I getting bad at the British accent? Just let me know, you bloody idiot. Stamina, we got to get you back on the podcast, man. It's been a long time since we've heard your voice, man. Heard what you had to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a long time, my friend. He said you had your Harry Potter impression down pat. You never sounded like me. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did, Stamina. He said you never sounded like me. There's my listen, guys. Look, my mom went from calling and interrupting to commenting in the chat. Y'all see that wrench beside her name? She will slap you with that wrench if you get out of line just a smidget. She will slap you with that wrist. Midnight Sand says Jasmine versus Manon. Who are you picking? I'm not really a new person, by the way. Well, it's the first time I've seen you on a live stream, maybe, and maybe that's the first time I've seen you on a live stream. Um, he said I've been subscribed to your podcast for about 2 years. Jazzy versus Manon. Man, you asking me to pick already? Man, no, it's too early to pick. No, 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 no. Midnight Stand. I mean, stamina might stand. I'm going to say Midnight Stand for some reason, but static might stand. Boy, that's a hard ass name to say. Um, it's too early to pick. It's too early for me to pick because what I'm thinking now is not what I'm going to be thinking in a month. So I need to not make a prediction on that fight quite yet. It's too early to really make it's too early to really make a conclusion on any of these fights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah. I, this is just fight. This is just a fight announcement live stream. Like I'm just talking about like what this shit means. You know. JP says Manon will just defend her takedowns and touch her up to a decision. Probably. I mean, that seems to be Manon's game plan when she's fighting these grapplers. That seems to be what her game plan is: just defend the takedown and outstrike them. You know. Stamina says, "Good tidings, Mama Johnson. Your son drives me nuts, but we're fond of him." Listen, man, it just be like that. I told y'all the story my mom told me. She was out of town. She wasn't even far out of town, but she was like maybe two and a half hours from where we're from. And she's in this restaurant, like she's with her sister and friends and stuff like that, you know. And these kids were working at this restaurant, and the chef bought the kids out to introduce them to the table or whatever. And they were, this one guy was like he wanted to be an MMA fighter, you know what I'm saying? And then my mom heard the term MMA fighter. She was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool," because my son does podcasting where he interviews a lot of MMA fighters, and he talks about MMA on his podcast. And they were like, and the guy asked, and they was like, "Well, who is your son?" And she was like, "No Filter MMA," and they knew who I was. Like that was crazy. They were like, "Oh, BJ." And whatnot. Just like, "You're BJ's mom?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's my son." Funny shit. Funny shit. My mom said he drives me nuts too. Static Mike Sand says, "JP, I also see it going distance." See, that's more like what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that pops in my head. Like I really don't see either one of them finishing either one. Like I can see a decision, like a 29-28. I don't know which side, but I can see like a 29-28 decision between Jazzy and Manon. Um, Manon might just get taken down once, but I don't think Jasmine keeps her down. See, yeah, that's the thing, like yeah, like Manon is big and strong, man, and once she realizes that you're trying to take her down, like you might get one takedown on Manon, like Valentina, like you might surprise her with that first takedown, but after that first time, like she's on it, like Manon be on it. She ain't trying to end up under nobody, you know. Um, yeah, sorry about that. You work for me now, as Static might saying. Uh-oh. Stammer said I don't make the rules. Manon should just use her clinch against Jasmine. Yeah, but can she clinch Jazzy? Can she hold Jazzy though? Like, can she hold Jazzy there? Like, can she hold Jazzy in the clinch? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, both of them are big though. I think Manon might be a little bit stronger than Jazzy, but they both big and strong though. And Jazzy is she's a damn marauder. You know what I'm saying? She's a machine. And once Jazzy get in the fight, man, like once Jasmine is in the fight, she is locked in. Like she's one of the most locked in fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like You don't see Jazzy lose, even when she loses. Yeah, she's lost fights in the past. I like a fighter that's done lost. You know what I'm saying? I do. I like a fighter that knows what it's like to take the L. You know what I'm saying? Because if a fighter knows how to take the L, and then they come back better from that L, that speaks more. But that holds more weight for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that just versus an undefeated fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like that just holds more weight for me. I'm glad we're talking about UFC tonight. I'm glad we're talking about UFC, and I'm tired of talking about PFL. Like I'm so sick of talking about PFL. Like I'm sitting, like I'm really devoting a lot of time talking about PFL. I don't want to talk about PFL girls. I want to talk about the UFC girls. I'm so glad I'm talking to UFC tonight. But anyways, like a girl that's done lost, man. A girl that comes back from a loss, from losses, and is a better and isn't afraid to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like some fighters are afraid to lose. And people like Jasmine, they done took them L's, and Jasmine coming out of it, she's on what, like a 3-4 fight win streak right now. What is it? Isn't it something like that? Three, four fight win streak. Static says, interestingly, I don't see Manon getting back up easily if Jazzy manages a takedown. She might struggle because Jasmine's top position is good, man. Her top position is, that's what I'm saying. There's so many factors going into this fight, Static. Like I just couldn't make a decision right now. Like I can't just say that. Me and Combo hadn't had a. That's crazy that all this shit comes out. The day after we do the mashup. Hold on, guys. I gotta go get me some water because I'm talking. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Um, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, keeping her down. My mom said it's bad that you talk so much that your mouth gets dry. Well, that's just how it is, man. I got the green. The green is lit. So that's playing a role in it too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they all know. All my subscribers know this. Half of them sitting there smoking too. Um, these comments are rolling. Okay. G Frank says I'm feeling a decision too, but I think Jazzy's more likely to get a finish than Manon. That's so interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't disagree with that, G Frank. Like I can't argue with you about that. That's a great comment. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't disagree with that at all, G Frizzle. Like that's a great comment because Jasmine's gonna go for the finish. She's a finisher. She likes to finish. That's one thing about Jazz Division is that you can't argue. You know what I'm saying? Like when the opportunity presents itself, there's fighters that look for that opportunity, and then there's fighters that like to win by decision. You know what I'm saying? Like some fighters don't go after a finish like that. And that's always like a danger factor for Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? Like Jasmine might have to figure out how to beat Manon. You know what I'm saying? But once she sees her path, like she's gonna go for it. Manon won't accept bottom position. JP, that's also, I don't disagree with that either. Like that's a great comment. Does Jazzy do better or worse than Aaron against Manon? Do I think that she'll do better, and this is why. Because Jasmine has the size to match Manon. You know, Aaron is a little short. Aaron's short. And that how you're built, how your stature is. You know what I'm saying? Physical size and physical differences play a role in this fight thing. And that's the thing. Manon is big, and Aaron just couldn't get Manon to do. Couldn't get Manon where she 100% wanted Manon. So that played a role in how Jasmine. Oh, I'll be right back. How Jasmine fought that fight. I mean, Aaron, excuse me. Aaron struggled with the physical part of that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the physical part of that fight that she had with Manon. That's where she struggled. I mean, she did. She struggled too. Like she struggled to. She tried to pin Manon against the cage, and Manon is just a lot of body. She is. She's just a whole lot of body. Static said Jazzy is one big girl too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Jazzy's big too. You know. He said not to distract you from your planned talking points, but even though you're sick of PFL, did you peep the Dakota interview with Jay? She said a lot of stuff, and not all of it was good. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. Does anybody want to drop some time points, some time stamps that I can go and listen to? We can listen to on here. That's not like 20 minutes. You know, maybe at the end. Maybe at the end I'll cover. We'll listen to that interview. Somebody remind me toward the end of the podcast to let's listen to the Dakota interview. Jasmine's on a 5 fight win streak. Okay, yeah, JP. So that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't watch it because all of this came out and that kind of overshadowed Dakota a little bit. All of this news came out. And I'm peeping this news. I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh shit. It's my mom is so fun. Interestingly, Shevchenko only had a little under 2 minutes of control time against Manon. I thought she had more. I thought she did too. I thought she did too, but I do know that Manon stopped her from taking her down. Hmm. So yeah, keeping Manon down isn't an easy feat. No, it's not. It's not. She's a big girl. Salmon 2B says Salmon MC who with what channel? Usually I enjoy Dakota's interview. Oh, she was with Ariel. It was an Ariel. He said it's fine not to be a topic. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah, we'll talk about we'll listen to it together at the end. Yeah, we'll listen to it together at the end. I'm down with it. I'll play it so everybody can hear it. G Frank says smoke. James Perez. James Perez. Oh shit! It's about to be lit. It's about to be lit in here. I done looked in the comments and seen James Perez. Oh man. Oh shit. James Perez, what's up, man? Well, he said, "What you got? No filter. Been a while. Your boy hasn't been on a live. Facts, man. It's good to see you, James. James Perez in the building. Oh boy, Jasmine not beat. He said Jasmine's not beating Manon. Uh, unfortunately, but you never know. I guess. Oh, okay, okay. James is not buying it. James is not buying the hype. He said she's not beating Manon. Hey, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I haven't made a pick yet. I have. I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, it's too early. Manon going back to point fighting and keeping it on the feet. She's gonna have to, dude. But I like the fact that Manon was mixing it up against Valentina, though. I think she needs to do more of that. I think Manon needs to do more of that because a lot of these girls she can out muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these girls she can clinch up, and she gonna have to use that kind of tactic if she's ever gonna fight Natalia Silva. You got to get your hands on Natalia Silva. You can't chase Natalia Silva. That's the first big mistake that people make is they start chasing Natalia Silva, and that's you can't do that. What up, two Beast? Stamina MC. I'll check it out tomorrow. James said, "How's that silver train going, two Beast? Riding it good in full effect." Oh, James coming out hot. Oh shit. Oh, he's coming out hot. Two Beats, he coming for you. Static says she gives me the impression that she wants to go to UFC but got cold feet in her latest fight. Of course, even before. Okay, Static saying coming up with the comments. Dakota is a. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, James is lighting the chat on fire. He said Dakota is a bigger duck than Bones if she's not in the UFC next year. Ooh. Ooh. But, James, but Dakota is not out here running her mouth like Kayla Harrison was, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Dakota is not out here. Uh, one second. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, but she ain't out here calling Valentina names. She ain't out here saying nothing about Aaron Blanchfield. She did. There was some talk. What is something was said about Aaron Blanchfield? I think at one point, you know what I'm saying. But you know, Dakota not out here doing that. She's not moving like Kayla Harrison will. Even though Kayla Harrison came to the UFC and fucking proved it. Like Kayla Harrison came to the UFC and proved that shit. Like I can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Dakota's not doing that. Manon is just a bad matchup for Jasmine, in my opinion. Ooh, JP said it's a bad matchup. Um, James said she has all the physical advantages and much younger, and still don't want that work. Stay a fan for far away. But James, it's not even Dakota, dog. It's not even Dakota. It's the Dakota fans, bruh. It's not even Dakota ditching for herself. It's the Dakota fans. So you can't really say nothing really about Dakota Ditchever. Damn, Static said Duck Coda. God almighty, y'all brutal. She has all the physical advantages. Okay, I read that already. James said, and watch real goat shit do work. Ride that train real good, bro. Just a matter of time before we all derail that shit. Oh, you will learn to love it sooner or later. James coming in. James, y'all already know who James talking about. But what was crazy to me, James, for real, what was crazy to me, James, was people thinking that she could beat, that them fans thinking that she can beat Valentina Shevchenko. Like, that's just crazy. We say you should make a video of Dakota's interview and say she's ducking the UFC girls to make the Sims mad. No, I'm not gonna do that because that's not what because that's not what I think. I'm only gonna say what I think. I'm gonna make a video about it though. But I'm gonna address it on this video, on this live stream. So but that's not how I think. I can't say that. I mean, if that was actually what I thought, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean, I kind of think like that. I said she don't even want to fight in the UFC. Like she don't want to. She's okay being a big fish in a small pond. That's fine. That's good. That's okay. It's working out money wise. Monetary wise. You know what I'm saying? It's beneficial for her. You know. Okay. Stamina said, "Nah, listen in your own time. It ain't stream worthy." Okay, bet. If it's not stream worthy. If Stamina says it's not stream worthy, it's not stream worthy. G Frame says Tapology has both Jazzy and Manon listed at 5'7" with a 2-inch reach advantage for Jazzy. See, Jazzy gonna have to use that. You know what I'm saying? She's deaf. That's a good comment, G Frame. Good for pointing that out. That's crazy. Can Jasmine use it though? Can she use it? Can she strike on somebody that's just as big as she is? We've seen her put hands on Andrade. I'll defend Dakota because Tubi says, James, I'll defend Dakota because she seems to be the kind of person who stands out of loyalty and gratitude towards the PFL. Okay, yeah, I get that. That's a good point. I'm so behind on the comments, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm going down to the bottom. I'm sorry. If there's anything you wanted me to see, you're gonna have to retype it because I just went to the bottom. No comments are flying. Y'all flying in these comments. That's crazy. That's crazy. Appreciate y'all being in here tonight. Smash that like button. Little Wednesday night razzle dazzle. Let's see. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Do that for your boy. Do that for your boy. Smash that like button. It's the road to 1,000. Yes, sir. We 35. We 35 subscribers away. Let's go. Let's go. Um, 90% of them voted for Dakota to beat Kayla with 300 like 3,000 voters. Do what? I mean, she might at 135. I don't know. I don't know. He said Dakota Ditcher for fitting to become a new hashtag Duck Coda Ditcher. Oh God. The Dakota Ditcher for haters gonna eat that shit up though. The Dakota Ditcher for people that don't like Dakota Ditcher for that's about to eat them up though, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. They get. I mean, the people who like the Dakota Ditcher for haters are gonna eat that up. Like they're gonna make the Dakota Ditcher for fans mad with that shit. I'm here for it. Stamina said, "I'm in static. A little light trolling makes the hours fly by. Duck Coda hashtag Duck Coda Ditcher. Oh no." Bro, there's this YouTube channel that always posts Dakota versus every girl, including the Bullet and Nunez, and it's like 90% votes for Dakota. People insanely high on her. Yeah, I think I know what channel you talking about. Yeah. Okay. JP says Dakota is top 5 UFC caliber. Oof. Is she though? Is she though? See, JP low key, he loved Dakota, and that's okay. He low key loved Dakota. James said, "Who you got, BJ? Phony Go or Kayla?" Man, that ain't even a question, dude. That ain't even a question. Yeah, it's definitely 3 rounds, James. Yeah, it's only 3 rounds. G Frank says, "I've seen so many cases of UFC's measurements being totally wrong. I do wonder where Chapology gets their measurements from though, because they're often different from the UFCs. Yeah, I don't think they really. I think they make a lot of mistakes with the stats. I think they really do. They make a lot of mistakes with the stats. And that's just an area that they got to sharpen up on, man. It's just it is what it is. We don't know what the stats are. We can't even depend on the UFC to give us the correct stats. So how do we know Tapology or SureDog, stuff like that, Wikipedia, stuff like that is right, there's only one way to know is to ask the fighter. Ask the fighter. Oh, James, no, I got Amanda in that fight. I got Amanda in that fight. I got Amanda in that fight. Um, James Static is a new. I mean, somebody I've never seen on a live stream before. He could be new. He could be somebody we already know with a new name. I don't know. I've never seen him, but welcome, Static. I'm just joking, by the way, Static. I know you probably not, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Make him feel at home, James. Imagine Jasmine break Manon nose like Valentina did. Colostrum, what's up, man? Colostrum has done snuck in here. I didn't even see Colostrum. There he is. That's his first comment. What's up, Colostrum? He said, imagine Jasmine break Manon nose like Valentina did. That's crazy. She did. She did. She broke her nose. But we got to move on, guys, because I'm not going to be in here all night now. I didn't come on here to talk about one fight the whole time. Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Okay, well, what did they change it from? Who did he change it from? What was his? What was his? What was his name before? What was your name before, Static? Um, uh, I'm looking at these comments. Yeah, there's the Tatiana comments. Okay, bro. Even if Tatiana goes on insane tear, she still ain't shit after that WEILI performance. Oh shit, James. James said she ain't shit. She still ain't shit. Yeah, that was a bad performance, man. She wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for that. She has to whoop WEILI in my eyes, get her credibility back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lemos will put pause on Tatiana, but Tatiana will take her off her feet, and then it's a wrap. Yeah, Tatiana gonna have to figure out something, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily like this fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily like this fight. I'd rather have seen Tatiana Suarez versus Mackenzie Dern. You know, I wanted to see Tatiana Suarez versus Mackenzie Dern. That was the fight I wanted to see. I don't like this matchmaking. I don't like this. I mean, it's got me lit up because it's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't the matchmaking that I was hoping for. I wasn't hoping. I was hoping that Jillian Robertson got that Amanda Lemos fight because Jillian called for that Amanda Lemos fight. You know what I'm saying? My girl called for that fight. Give her the fight. Give her the fight. Jillian called for that fight. That's supposed to be Jillian's fight. That's supposed to be Robertson's fight. You know what I'm saying? But Jillian gonna stay patient though. She gonna stay chill. She gonna stay chill. She gonna get her fight though. She's gonna get her fight. She's gonna get her fight. Robertson gonna get her fight. So somebody said something about Robertson versus Young. Who said that? Colosseum says since Tati is fighting Lemos, Jillian might be fighting Young. Ooh, ooh. Jillian Robertson versus Yan Xiaonan. Oh, I got goosebumps. Colosseum, that gave me goosebumps. Woo! Jillian Robinson versus Yar Shao Nan. That's a fucking fight. That's a dog fight. That's a dog fight. A real dog fight. Somebody says, Colosseum says, imagine Jillian versus Dern on the ground. What if they make that fight? What if they schedule Jillian Robinson versus Mackenzie Dern? I think Dern wants to fight up though. Does Dern have a fight booked? Does anybody know if Mackenzie Dern has a fight booked? Or am I imagining that? Is that just in my head? You know, you'd be a great addition to Discord too, Beast. You gotta have patience for James and his paragraph allergy. It's still nice to chat fights whenever we feel to. Nah, I mean, do I need to post a new Discord link? I can post a new Discord link. Oh, the Discord is cool. The Discord is chill, but James goes on his tyrants. Lolita goes on her tyrants too. Oh, these people are speaking French. Oh, okay. Oh, these people are speaking in French. Yeah, Discord. You just go say what you want. Yeah, yeah. The Discord stays going. I go look in there sometimes. I'm like, oh, they going. I had to turn notifications off because y'all was blowing me up. Y'all was blowing me up at work, and I'm looking. I'm distracted. I'm like, man, look at this Discord. They going crazy in there. But yeah. It's always good to pop in there and see what y'all are doing. See what y'all are talking about. Y'all just be talking. Lolita posts pictures of Cortez. She does. Lolita's so funny. And then Lolita talks about sexy men. Like that's what she does, man. Lolita's old cougar lurking. She old panther lurking. Wherever you live, Lolita, the men around you better be careful because you are a lurking panther. I ain't gonna call you no cougar. You a panther. That's so funny, man. Oh boy, I think BJ has a link to his server. Oh, instead of get stamina sharing the link. Look at stamina sharing the link. Hey, that's what mods supposed to be doing. Hell yeah. That's what moderators supposed to be doing. Hell yeah, I like that. Thank you, Stamina. Oh, that's so funny. Remember Lolita ran it for like 6 months over them elbows. Jillian landed on the one. Y'all, not too much on Lolita. Not too much on Lolita now. Not too much on Lolita. No one will block you or time you out or nothing there. BJ the man, he created shit and we run this shit. He created the shit and we run this shit. Man, I just, it just is what it is. Loma. I got Loma Colossus. Okay, okay, Jane. I didn't know I could make you. I didn't know I could make people a moderator on Discord. Let me pull my phone out. Let me pull my phone out. Let me go to Discord. I didn't know I could make people the moderator. How do I do it? Let me see. Um, no, I don't want to ban him. I don't know how to do it. Let me see. I don't know how to do it. I'll look into it when I get done. I don't know how to do it, man. I really don't. Oh, I would. I don't know. I'll look into it. How to make someone a moderator on Discord. Okay. After your server settings into roles tab. Um, I don't know how to do that, man. It ain't showing me. I don't know how to do it. Server. I'm gonna look into it, but I'm gonna get back to these fights. I'm gonna get back to talking about these fights. Um, I don't like the fact that Jillian Robertson lost this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that. I think they should have gave the fight to Robertson. I think it would have been better for the division. I think it would have been much better for the division. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm looking at this Discord. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out though. I will figure it out, but I cannot figure it out right now. I think it would have been better for the division if Robertson got the fight, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, I got caught up, Mom. Sorry. James said only one guy got kicked out of Discord. you know, James, you wild. Y'all so wild, man. Y'all so wild. Yeah, that dude is weird, man. That dude is weird. He's weird. That's a weird person, man. I mean, it's just some people are weird. But Tatiana gonna have to beat Lemos. She's gonna have to beat Lemos. You know what I'm saying? Because Lemos is there to be picked off, and I thought for sure Robertson would get to pick her off. Because Robertson got Marina Rodriguez out of here. Marina Rodriguez is gone. She's done. She's not fighting anymore. She's out. She tapped out. She's done. Robertson beat her up. Beat her up. You know. But Tatiana gonna have to show some kind of striking in this fight, man. She's gonna have to. Like that's what we looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the striking. I'm looking for the striking. So where does that leave Jillian Robertson? Where does that leave Robertson? Does Robertson get Mackenzie Dern? Does she get, what I'm saying, Yan Xiaonan? I'm hoping for Yan Xiaonan. You know, um, somebody said that Ariel Hawani leaked Valentina versus Zhang Weili on his show. You know what I'm saying? Colossus, I'd rather see Jillian versus Yan. I'd rather see Jillian versus Yan. Um, somebody said he leaked it on his show that he accidentally leaked it that Valentina was fighting Zhang Weili. I'm hoping that's not the case either. Two beasts. I'm really not, man, because who? I mean, what happens? Do we get? Are we going to get Verna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern 2 for the strawweight belt? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening right now? I mean, we did see Zhang Weili training with Alexa Grasso. We seen her fighting training with Alexa Grasso, trying to get some looks for Valentina. James says, let's cut to the chase. They better pray Weili moves up for good. None of them beating Weili at 115. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Because Jillian Robertson was on her way. Jillian Robertson was on her way. Static says, speaking of strikers at 115, Yasmin Harigi's return will be fine when it happens. Will be fired when it happens. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to Harigi too. Um, and yeah, man, I just don't. She was training with John Weili. I mean, with Alexa Grasso. So I mean, she could be getting ready for Valentina. Maybe that's the fight. So what if that is the fight? Let's say that is the fight. It's going to be Mackenzie Dern versus Vina Jandiroba for the strawweight title. That's the only thing. That's the only way it could be. Like that's the only person that can fight Vina Jandiroba for the title is Mackenzie Dern. You know what I'm saying? For sure, Vina Jandiroba is going to fight for the belt. If Zhang Weili moves up, the new stipulation that the UFC has, if you move up, you got to vacate your old belt. There is no bouncing back and forth. If you want to fight, go up and fight another champion, you got to vacate the division that you're in. You got to give up the belt. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be Verna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern, and then I guess we'll get Jillian Robertson versus Yan Xiaonan because that makes sense. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie's already beat Verna Jandiroba in the past. You know what I'm saying? So it's a rematch, and the true number one contenders. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a number one contender fight. Mackenzie Dern is there. She's there. Mackenzie Dern is there. So came back with a big finish over Amanda Lemos. Like some people never thought they would see Mackenzie Dern in this position. I got to give it up for Mackenzie. I always knew Mackenzie Dern could get to this position. You know what I'm saying? I always knew it. I knew it from the moment she came into the UFC. I said, man, this girl can fight. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was talking about Mackenzie Dern, and it was cool to hate Mackenzie Dern at that time. You know what I'm saying? She was coming from LFA. She had a big name. You know what I'm saying? She was undefeated. It was Mackenzie Dern. And everybody was like, Mackenzie Dern sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, Mackenzie Dern can fight, man. That girl can fight. Even old Mackenzie Dern can fight. Could fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it from old slugging Mackenzie Dern. Now this new, more patient, more put together Mackenzie Dern, like that's really going out here and fighting or being a threat, threatening these girls on the feet, threatening them on the ground. Like winning fights, like outboxing girls. You know what I'm saying? Like Mackenzie Dern is there. We got to give Dern her credit, man. We have to start giving Mackenzie Dern some credit around here, like straight up. She got to start getting some credit, man. So it's probably gonna be Jandiroba versus Dern, and that makes way for Jillian Robertson versus Yan Xiaonan, and whoever. Then now you have a new top of the division. You know what I'm saying? Now you have a new, let's say if Tatiana wins and Mackenzie wins and Jillian wins, like you got a dangerous top, what I'm saying, of the division, man, at strawweight now. You know what I'm saying? You got a crazy mix going on in strawweight. You got Jillian Robertson in the mix now. You got Mackenzie Dern at her peak right now. You got the return of Tatiana Suarez. Like 115 is heating up, man. Like, I gotta give some respect. Now then you got like I want to talk about this fight too. You got people like let me see, hold on. I gotta talk about this fight. Even at the lower level, you still got some good fights going on. Julia Pilastri taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a good fight. Kowalkiewicz has been on the street. She won like 4 in a row, lost 2. And that's after going on a 5-fight losing streak and taking 3-4 years out of the game. Karolina Kowalkiewicz came back hot. You know what I'm saying? And Karolina is she's still good. She lost to Ed Watermore and then she lost that other fight. But Karolina Kowalkiewicz is good. Who was the other fight that she lost? Who else beat Kovacevic as of late? It was Eduardo Mora and let me see, who else was it? Who else beat Carolina Kovacevic? Was it Angela Hill? No, it wasn't Eduardo Mora. It was Denise Gomes and Yasmin Lucindo. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't Eduardo Mora. It was Yasmin Lucindo and Denise Gomes. Okay. Okay, but she beat Felice Herrick, Silvana Juarez Gomez, Vanessa Demopoulos, and Diana Belbita. Came back and won 4 fights in a row, and then dropped her last two. And she's what, 37, like 36, 37, maybe 38. Oh, Karolina Kovacevic is 39 years old. That's crazy. Karolina Kovacevic is 39 years old and still fighting. Wow. Karolina Kovacevic is 39 years old, still fighting. Still fighting. And taking on a young, hungry Julia Pilastri. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know I'm high on Julia Pilastri right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Julia Pilastri just went out there in that last fight, man, and it was pure entertainment, man. That fight was pure entertainment. I'm ready to see her fight again. You know, I left out of that fight ready to see another round. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see her and Loopy go 2 more rounds. I did, man. I did. I want to see them go 2 more rounds. Mm. But I need to see Julia Pilastri get a win though. I need to see Julia Pilastri get a win. Brian Williams, what's up, man? What's up, B Will? Smash that like button for your boy, guys. Yes, sir. Smash that like button for your boy. Yes, man. Combo Breaker 99 in the building. Let's see if Carolina can adopt Julia. I want to see Julia, man. I want to see Julia Pilastri go out there and win. You know, I want to see her win. She got to get a win. You know, that she slugged it out with Lupi. What is she, 1-1 in the UFC right now? What is she, 1-1? She 1-2 in the UFC. She did beat Corey McKenna. Lost to Josephine Knutson. Ain't Knutson out of the UFC? And then she lost to Lupi Godinez, but that third round, man. That third round with Lupi, woo! That got me hot on Julia Pilastri, man. It did, man. She just bit down and was like, fuck that. G Frame said, dang, the whole crew is here. I wish I wasn't driving. I know, man. Like, for real. Pay attention to the road, G Frame. You already know. Combo said she beat Alex Chambers. Man, Combo, yeah, she beat Alex Chambers. Man, I think everybody beat Alex Chambers, dude. Like, looking at them records last night, no wonder them people didn't stick around in the UFC. No wonder those people weren't around, dude. They was punching bags. Like, they was punching bags. Island Daly, like, Alex Chambers, Nadia Cassim, like, they was punching bags. Juliana Lima, she was a punching bag. Y'all think Natalia stops Aaron or not? I doubt it. No, hell no. She ain't stopping Aaron. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Combo said Island Daily was my girl. He said Island Daily was my girl. I don't think she's got the power for it, James. Aaron is so durable. I think there's a usual TKO route an option for her. Yeah, and Natalia don't seem too big to where Aaron won't be able to take Natalia down. She'll be able to take Natalia down for sure. Aaron will get her down. Yeah, but I'm ready to see a good fight, guys. This fight has the potential to be a dog fight. You know, Julia Pilastri versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. That has the opportunity to be a dog fight. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. Bantamweight fight, guys, which should be a featherweight fight, but it's neither here nor there. Yana Kunitskaya versus Macy Chasson is booked, a fight that I always wanted to see. I know, Combo. She called for it, man. G Rob called for it, but she might get Yan Xiaonan though. I'm okay if she gets Yan Xiaonan, but Amanda Lemos was the fight that she wanted though. That's the fight she wanted, you know. But it is what it is. Yeah, she do got some big feet. She do got some big feet and big thighs. You right, Brian Williams. Yeah, she does. She does. But yeah, but she's been taken down. She's been taken down. You know. Yeah, Anna is doing, but I see a whole lot of damage being done. She'll do her work. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Big ass Natalia, big ass Jasmine just wasn't able to take Natalia down. Natalia judo tossed Jasmine. Did she? Combo said I already had G Rob drowning Lemos. No, you wasn't kidding. Don't put JK after that. No, you already knew Julian was about to drown Amanda Lemos. We knew that. Just like she drowned Marina Rodriguez. Like, I mean, she of course she was. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like button. We Combo. We already knew. You know it. You already know. Not whoop Jazz bad. Ooh, Combo, you Combo, quit playing. G Frank says, remember how Chris Benoit used to hit 3 German suplexes back to back to back? That's how Silver gets done by Aaron. Right. That's what I'm saying. Aaron gonna grab her, dude. You know, ain't nobody been able to stop Aaron from grabbing him. You know what I'm saying? Watch that fight when you got time enough to Natalia smash Jazzy. Yeah, we might have to watch that. We might have to do a round by round on that one. Yeah. Natalia humble Jasmine. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir, Combo. Road to 1,000. Smash that like button. Yes, sir. We 35 subs away, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Combo trying to take it back. Combo trying to take that back. Oh, you funny, Combo. You funny. You funny. I think Yana beats Macy. I gotta go on record to say that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm gonna stick with my girl Yana. You know what I'm saying? But I think Yana beats Macy. Oh yeah, man. I forgot to post that one, Combo. Dumont and Rocky. I knew I was missing something. I knew I was missing something. Uh but Yana Santos, man. Yana Kunitskaya. She about to beat Macy. I don't see Macy. I don't Macy just big for nothing. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. Macy is big for nothing. Macy Chason is literally big for nothing. And I hate to say it, man. I hate to put that on Macy because I like big girls to fight like big girls. You know what I'm saying? But Chasson is big for nothing. And Yana is big for something. You know what I'm saying? Yana puts that size to work. You know what I'm saying? And I love how Yana does that. She uses her range very well. You know what I'm saying? She's gotten better at range management. She's gotten better at her fight IQ has gotten better. She's gotten better at making smarter decisions in there. You know what I'm saying? And not get putting herself in dumb positions like trying to trade in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? She's working on precision, which now, that was my biggest knock on Yana, that she was a pillow puncher. You know what I'm saying? But now Yana's using her accuracy. Her accuracy is helping her do damage on the feet. Has anyone noticed that Yana is doing more damage on the feet now? You know what I'm saying? Like she busted up Misha Tate. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see that, but she busted up Misha Tate, and then she dropped Chelsea Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Like, she dropped Chelsea Chandler and beat up Misha Tate. Like, Yana's punches, her power is starting to develop it, but she had to learn how to get that. I think Yana's best punches come with her accuracy. It's a mixture of accuracy. Like, if Yana can catch you, you know what I'm saying? Like, catch you with a nice straight punch, like, she can snap your head back. Like, she was stopping Misha Tate in her tracks with a jab. You know what I'm saying? I just think Yana's gonna want it more than Shea Sung, I just think Yana's gonna want it more than Macy, and she's gonna go after Macy, and she's gonna tire Macy out. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna grind down on Macy. And I think that's what she has to do to win the fight. Show a real, well-rounded game, because if you do more than one thing against Chasson just gives up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you mix it up on Chasson, she just gives up. Like, she just stops fighting. Like, I don't know what she has no dog. That's what somebody looks like when they don't have dog. That's what somebody looks like that doesn't have dog, is Macy Chasson. Perfect example of somebody with zero dog. Yana and Macy got the same issue. You never know what betraying is gonna show up. What betraying? We mean what version is gonna show up. Yeah, but Yana's more likely to put on a better fight than Macy though. Like, Macy hadn't shown up in a while. Aaron definitely catches the second UFCL against Natalia. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Y'all coming down hard on my girl Erin Blanchfield, man. Y'all coming down hard on her. Mm. But I'm ready to see that fight. See what happens. I think that's it, guys. I think I ran through my topics. I just want to talk about these fights, guys. Listen, it's getting late. I'm not about to be on here all night. How long I been on here? An hour and a half? Man. Oh, G Frame, he said 3 more subs, 32 to go. Hey, let me go back and look. Did I get 3 more? I didn't see. Hey, 3 more. Let's go. Let's go. Click that subscribe button. Absolutely. That's what's up. Static says Macy needs to go to Dagestan 2, 3 years and forget. My mom says we want trivia night. Uh-oh. Not another trivia night. James says she ain't son no dog. She had that mental coach or something. Yeah, he didn't give her no dog though. She didn't give her no dog. Combo said, "Yeah, I miss trivia night." Combo said, "I'm still the champ." Yeah, he's still the champ. He's still the champ. B Will says, "Yes, trivia night." I might put something together for y'all. We get to 1,000 subs. We get to 1,000 subs before the end of next month, and we do trivia night. End of August, we got to get to 1,000 subs though. We got to get to 1,000 subs. Once we get there, then we can do trivia night. We can celebrate with trivia night. Yes. Oh, I got so much more stuff to say now. Well, so much more stuff to use. And I'm gonna start off easy. The questions gonna start off easy, then they get harder. They get harder. Static says she can pull off the Dagestani remake of Mulan. That's so funny. That's true, Stamina. That's that. Yeah, you can't. She can't go over there and train. They won't let her train. She's a woman. They won't let her train. But oh, I get what you're saying now, Static, about the Dagestani version of Mulan. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yes, yes, yes. Breaker air, not Grasso air. Oh man. Oh no. Okay. Okay, combo. He trolling in the comments. Okay, yeah, he trolling. That's okay though. He was trolling me today. He had sent me something, uh, and he sent me the Manon fight, and I said I wonder if her nose is fully healed. He said, yeah, she heals faster than Casey O'Neill. Like he just came at me sideways, man. I ain't even done nothing to this man. We fresh off of a match of a mashup, and this dude came at me straight down the pipe like that. You know, that's okay though. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Luckily, she in a fight where she probably won't get busted up like that though. I mean, I bet you she would get busted up if she was fighting O'Neal though. If she was fighting O'Neal, she would get jabbed up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Jazzy probably not gonna jab her up like that. You know, she probably ain't gonna put them paws on her like that. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I'm getting ready to shut this thing down. I'm going to bed. It's past my bedtime. It's past my bedtime. And I appreciate every last one of y'all coming on here, man. It turnout was good. I gotta get back on these live streams like this, man. You know, I had to do one tonight. You know, I felt it. I was like, I gotta do it. You know, I'm thinking about doing one probably Friday. You know, doing another one Friday. Get on here and chat with y'all, talk about some stuff. You know, and it is what it is. You know, but anyways, yeah, this is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button if you guys haven't already. This is the road to 1,000. Hit the subscribe button. All right. I'm probably gonna put together some video shorts here in the next couple of days if I decide not to go live. Um, yes, sir, Stamina. My mom says, "Don't forget your catnip tea." I've got some melatonin. I gotta get some more melatonin. I gotta get some more melatonin. I'm out of it. I'm telling you, man. If y'all like to sleep deep but not feel groggy, get you some good melatonin. It's good. James said, "You know where to find us." Yes, in the Discord. Scroll up. The Discord link is in the chat, guys. I don't think it's expired yet. It will expire in like probably is expired. It expires in 15 minutes, but you know, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that, making you a mod on Discord, Stamina. I must look up how to do it and get it done. But yeah, guys, I'm out. Subscribe and hit that like button. I'm out.